Okay, the first step of putting this mount together is this is the base, and we're going to have this side up, and we're going to go to our bag and go to the letter A and put these, turn this over the base, and we're going to stick these on the bottom in 4 corners, number A. Okay, so let's take these off the bag and put these on the 4 corners at the bottom. All you have to do is just peel this white paper off and then just stick it on to the corners, all 4 corners of your thing. So I'm gonna peel off the last one and stick it on here. That's step 1. Okay, now we're gonna get the plate that came in this bag with this. This is H for the plate. This is I for the other plate. This is the number B, the letter B. And these screws are K that comes in our bag. Now it's pretty confusing. If you look at the parts list, you're gonna see a H and an I on there, but okay, just do this, okay? So what's gonna happen is we're gonna take the plate and we're gonna put it on the back of the thing in here. So the plate will be on the back like this. And then we're gonna take the, I can't hold it at the same time, so I'm gonna put it right here. We're gonna try to make this one, and it's gonna go right here, the I, and it's gonna go through there. Put it in the right position. Try to make it stay. So it'll be like that, where the plate, I'm gonna put it together and then I'm gonna show you, okay? Let me put one of them together and then I'll show you how it's gonna look, okay? So the plate's on the back. The eye's gonna go here, and then this is gonna go on that, okay? Once you put the plate on with the screws, it should look like this on the top with the other plate and the letter B with the just the 3 holes facing the back of it. And then you take the wrench that came in here, the little Allen wrench, and tighten up your screws with the Allen wrench. And that'll be that step. Make it nice and tight, you know. And then we'll have the base of our plate ready to go for the next step, okay? So let's get on with the next step. The next step is we're gonna get this piece right here, which is our short column. And we're going to take off the screws. We need to take these screws completely off on both sides. So we're going to take the screws completely off, and then that's going to allow the screws, the cover, to, I guess you need to put it to where the 4 things line up like that, and then you just slide it in. If you need it to be longer, if you want it to be higher, you would add this so your TV can sit higher. So you put that in like this. This is gonna give you more room to lengthen up your TV, and then on the back of it, you just put the screws, let me see. You just put these 2 screws back in and tighten it. So put your screws back in and use your wrench to tighten it back up. And then we'll go to the next step, okay? So let's get those on. Okay, these clips are called J. I don't know why they make these the same letters as your hardware, but you would just stick these in here, and these are to hold your cable in. So you just stick those in there like that, and that'll take care of that part. And then we need to open up this box here, and we're gonna take, I already took this piece out. We're gonna take this piece out, and we're gonna remove all the hardware from here, okay? In all 4 spots, we're gonna take off all these hardware with our little Allen wrench. So get your Allen wrench and remove all these 8 screws, okay? Okay, after you remove all the hardware from this plate here, you're gonna take this plate, put one on this side, line up the screws, take screws, put it in the front, screw it in here on the front, 1, 2, and then you do the other 2 on this plate like that, 1, 2, okay? So let's put those together with that plate. So you wanna just hand tighten all your screws in all 8 places. Just hand tighten them, make sure it's going in nice and smooth. Then get your wrench and tighten up your screws. You may have to go this way, like I'm holding the wrench. Just do it that way, and then after you get them in nice and tight, evenly, then you can probably take your wrench and do it this way to make it snugger, okay? So do it this way to start it off, to get it good, so you can just, you know, make more turns. You can make more turns if you do it this way. And then once we get them tight, you know, nice and snug, put it in this way and make it tight. So do that now. Okay, this is the letter M plate, and we're gonna put this one at the top of this thing right here, and it's gonna be pointing up. So this is M, and then this will be N, the N plate, and we're gonna put it on the bottom one, facing down in this way, and we're gonna use the letter D screws to tighten these in place, okay? So let's get the D screws and put these onto the bracket. Again, screw in, use the long end to, you know, put it in, and then once you get it nice and snug, use the short end to tighten it, okay? So do that for both of them. Okay, the next step we're gonna do is take this plate here, put it up in here where, see that hole? That hole's line up with this hole, so you stick it in there, and then you're gonna take the long screw that was in that package, stick it through here, put your washer on the bottom, and then your nut on the bottom, and we're gonna use this wrench and the Allen wrench on top to tighten it up, okay? So let's take this and put it in position, take it, you know, and get it up on there, okay? So let me get that in sure you can see it, but you want to look at the screws as you're putting it in to make sure that it goes down into the other hole. And now that it's in there, let's put the nut and the washer on the bottom and tighten it up. Okay, the next step is we're going to find which screws fit the back of our TV. Mine is E, and I have the screw already in, so it looks like it's going to go down this far, so I'm going to need to use a spacer. So I'm going to take one of these spacers and put it in this spot, which will be G. So then when I put on the bracket, which has to go, you want your bracket on your TV facing with the hooks going down, so when you hang it, it'll hook up. So you want these hooks going down onto here. And it looks like I'm gonna have to put, I guess you can use any parts of the hook once you put it on there, you know, adjust your height to the thing. So let's get our washer and put our washer underneath here, and then put the screw in with a washer on top of the screw so it don't go through, which would be probably I or J, depending on the size of your screw. Mine looks like it's gonna be I. So I'm gonna take the I. J is probably for that biggest screw. So I'm gonna take the I and put it on my screws and put it in there. Okay, so let me get that. Okay, I have the bracket in place where I'm gonna mount the TV. It'd probably be easier if you had two people, but I don't have two people, so I'm gonna pick this up and hook it up on here and see how it is, okay? Okay, once the TV is mounted onto your mounting stand with the mount, we're gonna put this on like this piece here, and screw this and lock this up into place here. So you can take the piece and just kind of screw it in, you know, a little bit, and then you slide it into here and kind of like lock it into place, and then screw it up, hand tighten it till you get it into place, and then just, it'll fit in there snug like that. See how that is? You get that in there, and then you just tighten this up on both sides, and then you're done. You know, after you do your hookup of your power cord and whatever you had hooked up to your TV. But there you go, that's how you mount it and use this mounting stand. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe. Bye.